Alright, you guys know what time it is. It is the late night stream. Welcome back. It's 12 a.m. in the morning for me. I don't know about you guys. I guess in New York, what would it be? Would it be 1 a.m.? And then in California, it would be 10 p.m.? I think that'd be right. I don't know what it is for the rest of the world. Well, UK's like... UK would be like 6 a.m. in the morning or something like that. That's pretty early. How's it going, everyone? I want to fight Tempered Lu Nostra today. I don't know if anyone in our session has Tempered Lu Nostra, but that is my goal. I don't even know where she shows up at. So probably the first thing I'm going to do is head over to the Guiding Lands. Excuse me. If I had to bet, she probably doesn't spawn in the Coral region. She probably spawns in the Wildspire Waste. So I'm a little concerned that we don't have the right area. I don't actually know that, though. Mind if I spank my Jimmy? How's it going, fans perspective? That's right. I had a scam bot contact me in private. It was trying to get me to, I don't know, like pay for some girl to dance naked on the internet. Who pays for that? Who in the right you bring shame to the family if you're paying for that. It's all free on the internet these days, guys. You don't gotta pay for that. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? All right, let's go ahead and check the Trail Raider Safari. So I kind of played around with the bot. You can tell it's a bot right away. You just ask it any question and then the bot doesn't actually answer. The bot's like, oh yeah, go to my naughty live webcam show. You're gonna need your credit card. Man, that's bad. I feel sorry for Discord because, you know, they have to hire like engineers to get rid of the bots, and that's not free. They gotta actually hire people to get rid of that crap. Imagine having to hire people and pay them money, a lot of money, because engineers are expensive. Security engineers, you know, that kind of stuff. Paying them big dollars so that your product doesn't have scammers on it. It's just ridiculous. Catgirl's refund is real, boys. May I ask when the cap on my Guiding Lands goes away? I'm locked at level 5. You're at level 5? I don't remember how to get to the next level. You essentially need to keep leveling up your master rank, though, okay? So just keep going. Just keep going. You'll get it. Let's see if anyone posted Tempered Lu Nostra. Probably not. That's what we're looking for tonight, guys. If somebody knows how to get her, let me know. No available quests. We are all about Tempered Lu Nostra tonight. Let's see what weapon we could be using. What weapon? Ruinous Obliteration. Big fan of that. Actually, we'll put on Suicide. Teostracide. You know what? I kind of want to have... There we go. Get all those out of here. And then we actually don't need the Might Seed, but I suppose we could leave it on. Doesn't really hurt anything. How is it going, guys? It is late at night. My eyes are already tired. My eyes already feel like closing, so that's not a good start. We'll dump it right here. Oops. Actually, yeah, we'll work on the radial menu. Crafting list. Nope, 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 nope. Radio menu. Yes. Crop these real fast. I've already got half closed eyes, guys. It is bedtime, but why would you go to bed when you can continue to play Monster Hunter? Honestly. What are we, freaking casuals? We gotta go deep. We gotta go deep into enemy territory. Alright, there we go. So that's for knocking ourselves out. Runa Nergigante says, Arch-Tempered Nergigante is supposed to come back in a few days. Oh, very good. Luna is Wildspire Waste level 6 and Tempered at level 7. So that is exactly what we're looking for. I will go ahead and say we need that in the chat here. I mean, I presume the people in the session are listening to me talk. We need Wildspire Waste. Oh, where's my mouse?
Yo, man,
Whoa.
we gotta get the Artistic Margaret Fund going. Gotta get that premium.
Artistic Margaret. Margaret. You were so right. I'm gonna miss out on that. What did she describe it as? Hold on. Hold on, let me look it up real fast. Artistic Margaret. Oh, I spelled her name wrong. Well, what I was going to say is I have some premium passes, and I usually just do a private show before I get started to, quote, warm up. But no one is online, though, so I was going to let you use one of the passes, but you have to give me a pretty good rating so I can get more of it if I do, though, okay? Oh, my God. This, I don't even, the guy who made the scam bot is probably I don't know, some lame fat guy. Wait, not Wasteland. We need Wildspire Waste. Let's see if anyone has it. We're going to go to Join a Quest. No. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to go to Guiding Lance. Join. Respond to SOS. Nobody's posted, actually. This guy has it. He's fighting Gold Raytheon. I'm going to pop in there, actually. Oh, I'll earn it. Don't you worry. It's Link. And you should see a little button to accept invite to create your profile. Wow. Wow. Dang, this girl's hot for me. And I want to see her naked body dancing. I think you have to fight her in a level 7 Wildspire region first. Then you should get some investigations for her. Okay. Lu Nostra can do a warm-up show for free. I think so. Alana says only 5. That's okay, Alana. I mean, it's not okay. You failed me, but that's okay. Alana's tagging along. We're good. Alana's like, I ain't gonna let it stop me. Fertilize. Isn't that what it's all about in the end? We just want to fertilize things. Wait. TSWZZOP says, I have it, GE. Alright, well, if that is the case, hold on, how do I back out of this? I don't want to actually go. I'm going to back out and let him post it. Imagine anyone would feel embarrassed having to type that out.
Nothing will stop us.
I don't know, I don't think people have any sense of shame in 2019. Why would you have a sense of shame when you could scam some poor sucker with a, tiny wee-wee out of his credit card number? Can anyone help tell me where you can get research commission tickets plus for master rank? I don't know. Serena says, anyone have gold Raytheon? ? No, Serena, no one has it. You go get it yourself, Serena. I don't know, actually. Alright, we're just waiting for him to post. Oh, dear God, I'm already tired, guys. You're going to hear some yawns in no time. Lunastra's warm-up show. What are the ammo types for that light bowgun? Oh, what, this one? The one on my back? Bad ammo types? This is the bowgun that I used to knock myself out. That's all. Look at my awesome weapon. Rex Rider. Jacob says, hello, Gameconomist. How's the night going? Oh, it's going. We've started. Must trust these old bones. You can get those from the DWE Run This Town optional quest. Oh, we run this town. I thought you were putting in an acronym. If you got to a point in your life when you're offered warm-up shows, you know you've made it. Oh, jeez. No, I'm sure those bots just go through everyone's name. If the bot was, it's perfectly efficient, it would offer everyone the same offer immediately, and then it would get banned. But it would cast a huge net first. Imagine feeling sleepy but starting a stream anyways. That's right. It's because I gotta defeat this, oh, here we go. Hell yeah. We gotta fight this tempered Lu Nostra. Wow, my word recognition, pulling words out of my memory bank comes much slower at night. It's like a long pause. I'm like, where are we going with this sentence? Who has a Lupa on PS4? Fangless Drake says, so will Arch-Tempered only be the 4 event quests still, or will we finally be able to get investigations for Arch-Tempered Elder? I'm sure it's going to be the case that it's still going to be event quests. I don't see them changing that. I don't see why they would. How's it going, Bootster? He says, love the streams. Watching from Nashville. Nashville, Tennessee. I have a friend out there, Eric Barfield. He's a musician. Trent says, I like TGCs. You know who I am, right? You know who I am, right? Well, the question, remember, I didn't realize at that point that she was scamming, although I should have immediately suspected it because it sounded like the beginning of a scam. I found your name randomly on a list. Believe it or not, that's actually happened to me with somebody who was real. I was on Xbox, and she's like, "I just found you," and it was a real lady, and she joined a party and said hi and everything. But just that one time, I've never had it. Other than that, I've never had it actually occur. So I thought it was possible on Discord that it could have been somebody who just didn't know who I was. I was like, wait, like maybe she did just find me randomly, but it was a bot. Obviously, it was a bot. Should have just been like, oh yeah, you're a bot. I know this is weird. I found your list on a random... Yeah, sure you did. Now go to my private show and look at my big anime titties. Just woke up? Hello from France. How's it going, Shadow Thib? Bro, there are actual bots on Xbox all the time. That's so strange. I don't think I experienced them on Xbox. You guys must be going to websites or giving out your phone numbers or something. A real girl on Xbox? That's a lie. Anyone know what I need to get my handicraft charm to level 4? You need to be an absolute mad lad. Drop this here. Heh, you're a cutie. Ooh. Alright. Just blow myself up here. Craft 2 more of these. Oh my god. Do. So we want that tempered Lu Nostra to show up. We're gonna give her the good spanks, you know what I mean? She's gonna be like, ooh, woo, thank you, daddy. Zachary says, hey, Gameconomist, what custom mods do you run on Rapid Fire Sticky Dire Gun Dementia? I might be able to look that up for you. Let me see. Should have one case of it built. Change equipment. So I already have it over here. I do. So here you can see I'm running Reload Assist, Evading Reload, Wyvern Blast mod, and Power Barrel. Hope that helps. We should run... I'm pretty addicted to the hammer these days. Ruinous Perdition. Let's run Ruinous Perdition. Why not? Do I have... I do have... Okay, good. And let's go to the item box. We're going to go ahead and pull out Guiding Lance. Fwens, I do have a question, though. Should I choose the Razor Sharp Charm or Handicraft 3 Charm? I guess that depends. If the Handicraft 3 Charm gets you into Purple Sharpness, then I would go with that. If, however, it only raises White Sharpness, maybe you'd be fine with Razor Sharp. Alright. Oh, wow. She's right there. Did he lure her out? That almost seems too easy. What? No way. No frickin' way. You bunch of frigs. I don't believe it. You're fooling me. You did not just pull that out of your hat right there. Oh, Gameconomist, you want to fight Arch-Tempered Lu Nostra? We're here. I have her right now. Ooh, let's eat veggie platter. Is Fortitude Suicide the meta now? It absolutely is. Everyone should always be doing it. So much power, so much defense, and no penalty? Unfreaking-leavable. Unbefrickin-leavable. Only beta males don't do it. Alright. Ha-ho, Silva. Razor Sharp seems to be meta if you can't get Master's Touch. It's the meta. How do you get trail riders for all of the maps? You just grab that pony by the booty and say, "Hey, baby, mind if I ride you?" And then the animal says, "#me too." And you then you go directly to jail for being the CEO of race. Oh no. Alright, we're good. We are A-okay. Let's put this on. Where'd she go? What is this music? Let's beat the crap out of Lu Nostra. Oh, that's the counterclaw, damn it. This weapon is so confusing. Alright, I think we just injured the head for them. Doo-ba-doo-doo-doo, scooba-doo-doo-doo. Whoop. What? It didn't give me the tail? I mean, the tail's what hit me though, right? Get on back here. Come here, you rascals. Nope, we didn't reach her. Wait, do you have windproof or something? Her usual wind pressure didn't even get you during Nova. Well, I guarded, and then actually, was I wearing temporal? I can't remember. Why can I not freaking reach her? Wow, that was a long fall, actually. Oh man, those really mess up your dash attack, doesn't it? Don't they? Stop moving! Oh no. Oh my god. What is the point of having all the range of a lance if there's really not enough range? Oh, you guys are getting hit by those moves? Don't you have a big old shield? Oh, you don't? Boop. The tail is a real obvious counterclaw. You don't have a hydro flask? How do you make your friendship bracelets? Ah! Oh, that hurts. Decim, no! Let's go ahead and heal. Come on, man. Just let me heal. And she's off to the next area. Where's my pony? My little pony. Yay! Go get him. We just swing by to say hi. Gotta go now. See you tomorrow. See you later, man. Crook says, was I wearing temporal mantle? What? While it's up all the time, lol. What? What is he talking about? HM, you gotta check out GE post on me review. Oh, yeah, I got a scam bot. Oh my god, I can't believe those flames just got me. Got stabbed in the butt by them. Watch me get killed here. No, I'm fine. I feel a little nervous. Just a little bit nervous. We're good. Let's go ahead and get our temporal mantle on. You know what? Nobody's really running into a wall when we should be. Oh, right here, stone. Didn't even see it. Everyone's like, can I be damaged? No, they're all clutch claw mains. Oh, right. I used the stone already. Get off my booty. Boop. I'm amazing. Don't lie. You know it's true. That's amazing. Oh no, did we get the arm? I did not want the arm. I wanted the head. Oh, that's gonna get us. Oh, I'm nervous. This feels like I'm getting ready to die. Let's go ahead and start healing. Don't do it. She's doing it. No! What am I doing? I'm so dumb. Just wanted to help. Oh my god, she's gonna kill me. Actually, we're fine. Everything's fine. Luna's great for the counter mines, hitting her for 500 each one. Great. A scam bot hit him up on Discord and was like, ooh, hi, I randomly found you. That's right. That's how I met my wife. Doot. Offensive guard, huh? That's interesting. So that triggered on a power guard. Nope, that was elemental, so the clutch claw didn't activate. That's too bad. Yep, that was elemental as well, no clutch claw. We're not dealing that much damage, by the way. 48s. It's pretty bad, actually. You're impressed by those 500 counter mines. What I'm trying to say is play like Bogan. Wow. Of course, the tail doesn't reach you when you want to be reached. It's like, how does this tail have like a million... Oh, there we go. Elder Spirit Vein Bone. Ah, it's one of the things I've been missing this whole time. She had it. Poke you right in the head. You freaking frick. Let's go ahead and get our little... Oh, I'm dead. Am I dead? Did I say I was dead? I meant to say I'm alive. Oh, we don't even have Farcaster equipped. We should have it. Why is she not 100 dead right now? She should be 100 dead at least. You know what would be better than the Clutch Claw? The regular claw? It's actually easier to use the regular claw than the counter claw. I think I was saying that wrong. What I meant to say is, you know what would be better than the counter claw? Regular Clutch Claw. There we go, I said it nice and clear. Yeah, it's funny, the counter claw requires so much prediction and so much work. It's actually easier to just have good old regular claw, but you don't even get to have that on this. In order to use the regular claw, you first have to queue up you have to go into the animation that you would use to queue up a Clutch Claw. So you have like this extra animation that other weapons don't have. It's like, here, you get to do extra work. It's like, oh. Run into a wall. Or not. She looked like she was facing a wall. Guess I was wrong. That's a sad. Jesus Christ, man. Alright, let's go ahead and have this Mega Potion. My mantle's dead. Let's go ahead and grab this red pit. I want to know, how are rewards given out? Is it by the person? Or is it by, like, the team? Like, do we all suffer if somebody's doing poorly? Oh my god, I screwed that up twice. What is even the point? See, in the time that I did that, I could have just used an actual regular, like, Clutch Claw. It'd just be easier. Look, I'm more successful if I just sheath my weapon and use Clutch Claw. That's so bad. Easier. Easier if you just sheath the lance entirely and don't even bother with the counter claw. Just put your lance away, and now you're better off. That's not good, you know. Look at this. Oh, I want to use Clutch Claw. Oh, snap! She's already doing this again, huh? I think I just saved Alana. Give me your cummies. This fight's taking a while, man. Could it be because I'm using the lance and not the hammer? You know it's bad when you do more Clutch Claws faster and more easily by just putting your lance away. What kind of deal is that? Oh my god. She's tough, man. Dude, we've been fighting her all day. Are we ever going to defeat Lu Nostra? Look, I'm able to eat another meal? That's not good. All male monsters push the eggs from the Canalis analis, and that's how next one is born. Canalis analis. Let's see. Let's just pop out here. Brendan Murray, they gotta make the left trigger be the regular claw instead of counter, then set the automatic counter claw as optional tap left trigger after power guard or something. I completely agree with that, because it's actually so hard to use the regular clutch claw, and yet the regular clutch claw is like sadly easier. It's just much easier. So it's like, mission failed, we'll get them next time. Why would anyone go through the trouble of doing the counter claw when the regular claw is already easier than the counter claw? You have to like really predict the monster. You really have to predict them. Oh no. Oh, you know what? I probably should have just kept guarding. Ooh, we didn't get fresh items. We should have though. How long do you stream for? Normally at least 2 hours. Although we got exactly what we came for here. We wanted to fight tempered Lu Nostra, and that's exactly what we're doing. Oh my god, please. Oh my god. This is awful. What was I? Was I climbing that? Part's broken. Nice job. I'm about to swap over to like a gun lance or something. Something that can actually do damage to her. Play spread 3 light bowgun. Don't do it. See, look, her tail needs to be weakened, but if I push left trigger, it's gonna offer me the counter claw, not the clutch claw. I don't want the counter claw, because look, can I counter claw her right now? No. Can I clutch claw her right now? Yes. You actually have many more opportunities to counter claw than to clutch claw. So we're just sitting here waiting. Oh my god. We're just sitting here waiting to use the... Let's see. Oh, look at that, we survive it actually. Do we have stare jerky? We do not have a stare jerky. That would have been too easy, huh? What? Your actions have consequences? What are you saying? Wow, there's just absolutely no opportunities for me to counterclaw. This is terrible design. But see, now that my weapon's put away, I can actually counterclaw. I can clutch claw really easily. Not that way. Jumping right into her face like that. Oh no, we're out of these as well. Okay, you know what? You know what? You know what? We're hopping on back because we're gonna grab some fresh items. We're not gonna frick around with that, are we? How's it going, Fletcher Sanders? He says, just found your channel. Thanks for the tips. Haven't played Monster Hunter World since after Devil Joe was released. Oh, well, you've been off for a while. You've been off for a while. Welcome back. Astira Jerky. Anthony Tran says, have you guys seen the Untitled Goose Game? I did see a little bit of that. Looked kind of goofy. Sounds like a title I would give a game, actually. Untitled Goose Game. I would say something like Generic Goose Game 1. That would be the title of my Goose Game. Seawick Witted. What's up, Gameconomist? How you doing, brother? Seawick Chad. How's it going, Seawick? Thanks for the donation, man. Stray says, hey, TGC, did the AFK Chrome Heavy Bowgun strat end up working last night? It did. I have footage of myself defeating Brute Tigrex in the arena by AFKing. Alright, so she ran off. I'm going to update this snack fun because We didn't update it for the previous guy because I'm so distracted. Let's get this moving though. I'm being a big derp over here. Not getting this done. See, witted. There we go. Look at this Shamos. Alright, go find him. Hey, it's me, your cobblestone supplier. Ivan Herrera, you were the, I can't remember the name of him. Man, we haven't been on that server in a long time. We stopped paying for it to be live for everyone, and then, honestly, I just kind of took a break from it. How's it going, man? Oh, no. What? Did we just get this mount? Wow, how long is this fight gonna be? Come on, Lu Nostra. Oh, God. And she knocks herself over. What a little bleep. What a bleeblop. Flip-flop. Look at this, look at this. So I have to push this and then this in order to use the clutch claw. But by the time I've done that, my opening to use the clutch claw is already kind of closing. You know what I mean? Where do you think you're going? Ah, it doesn't matter. Let it go. Who cares? That's why you insta-discharge, dummy. I'm so bad at mounting. Wow. Wake the frick up, partner. I just want this Mandragora. Oh, that's a nitro shroom. We'll just still take it. Oh, you think you're a big wise guy, huh? She gets closer to that wall and running her into the wall. Nope. See? We still didn't land it. Oh, she used an elemental attack, so it's completely useless. There's a physical attack, but we just weren't ready. Yeah, Lance has got to change, in my opinion. Not everyone will agree, obviously. That's because they're wrong. The clutch claw is just harder to use than the actual claw. So why would you ever use the other? It just doesn't make any sense. Why would you ever use the other claw move? Ah, dang it, she's running away from the wall again, guys. Slayed. There we go. Hey man, if you could have miniature version of any monster in this game in real life, what would it be and why? God, I was gonna say something really naughty. I'm going to say I want a miniature. I have no idea. I could say inappropriate things, but if I were to say like normal happy things, then it would just be like I could come up with anything I want and just be like, oh yeah, I would like this monster for this reason. But the only place my brain goes is like the inappropriate places, honestly. The damage is just not there. Let's get this serene crystal. And look at this big old boy. Just sitting here waiting to be harvested. Alright. Well, let's see what we get next, just to make sure it's not Gold Raytheon, because if it is, I'll stick around for that. Lu Nostra material. Don't want to miss that. How long did that fight take? Like 17 years? I blame Alana. The counterclaw can activate offensive guard. So what you're telling me is that is bad. Is bad, and Capcom should feel bad. I ain't scared of you. You don't even have the big head. You got a little head. Think I'm scared of you? Bish. Alright, let's go back. Oh, you can't? Because these guys want to fight, huh? Well, this is what you get. This is what you're gonna get. You want to fight with me? Why do I not feel powerful at all? I'm hitting like 48s. I'm hitting 48s, guys. Have you heard of the Joe exploit? I've not heard of the Joe exploit, which is why you should share it with me. Talking of AFK build, the game decided to give me a freaking guard up decoration after 700 hours. That's nice. That's like saying I was Skittles that taste fruity. God, now I want some fruit. Alright, what do we see there? Pink Raytheon, Rathalos, and Nargapuga. Let's go ahead and pop on out of here, because I don't need any of those guys. You shooting those little red berries at me? Joe Mama. When are we getting dual blades? Never. Never. We will get dual blades when I say we get dual blades. Dual blades, more like soy boy blades. Obtained gold hunter symbol pendant. Oh man, my cat looks so cute right now. She's sleeping against the pillow. She's a spoiled cat. Does it smell like down dog in here? What's down dog? Hypertian says, I don't know how, but I just got the Styx weapons revealed. For light bowgun, it's Luna Shard, Luna Lash. Yep. Let's go see if we can see those Styx bowguns yet. Jumbo Slice. Jumbo, that was the trick. You fell for it. Lord Crunch says, you got Gold Raytheon Silver Rathalos optional quest for HR 125. Really? Really? What? What? Oh. Ha 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 ha. Alright, let's go look at these weapons. Why don't we? Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. Play this game all night.
Get it done for me, will ya?
Hymn of the Moon and Sun. Talk to me that way. That language. Alright. Forge equipment. Upgraded. Let's go to forge equipment. What? What is going on?
About to fall asleep, catch everyone tomorrow.
See you later, TR Anthony. You have a nice night. Hope you sleep like a baby. And I hope you wake up with the beautiful morning wood. You didn't hear that. Alright. So, right, we're checking the heavy bowguns now. Because I wanted to see one thing in particular. There he is. Soulfire Roar Styx. 420 attack, 420 blizzard. Razor sharp spare shots built in. That's the number one thing that's cool about this light bowgun, heavy bowgun. So check that out. Normal ammo of 6. It's quite a few shots if you think about it. It's actually not bad on piercing either. clusters the same as it's always been. Sleep ammo, right? You get sleep ammo, it's good. The normal ammo has recoil 3 and slow reload speed. Pierce 3 has recoil 4 and slow reload speed. That's one of the problems with the Pierce ammo. So I would say it's not going to defeat, well, I mean, it has built-in spare shot though, you know? It has built-in spare shot, right? So having Pierce ammo 3 is actually not, having 5 shots of Pierce ammo 3 is still pretty good, because technically you're going to be getting the benefits of that spare shot, that built-in spare shot. Water ammo, thunder ammo. It's a great bowgun. I'm most curious about how good it is with that normal ammo, because in the past I believed this heavy bowgun was the best with normal ammo 3. So attack of 420. And then six shots of normal. Now we gotta compare that. So it's 420 and 10% and low deviation. And this is 465, notably higher. You don't get the bonus of the 10% affinity, and the deviation is average. And you're only getting 5 shots of normal. So you're getting 1 less shot, and you're not getting that free spare shot. This is why I believe that Styx heavy bowgun is redonkulous. Let's scroll down to the Fulgur Anjanath 3. This is also 6 shots. 435 attack and negative 10% affinity. Oh yeah, so that's why I preferred the Nergigante heavy bowgun for the normal shots, right? 5 shots, 465. I mean, take a look, guys. Really think about it. Okay, so the attack is lower. You do get the bonus of the 10% affinity. It's nice. It's not really too important, right? You got 2 large decoration slots too, which isn't anything to sneeze at either. But most importantly, when you take a look at this weapon, 6 shots of the normal ammo, so you're already starting with 1 more shot. And then the built-in spare shot means that your constraints on what you can build are kind of gone. You've already got everything. So this might be the heavy bowgun for normal ammo, I think. It was in the base game, in my opinion. This was the bowgun for normal ammo. I think it'll be in the expansion as well. I think it is the one to beat. Let's just scroll through the other bowguns real fast. Nope. I would say nope. 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 Namiel? Nope. Wait, what was that? Namiel's 4. Zora's 5. Zora's gonna have negative affinity. Tobi Kadashi. The Guttering Gasp. Show me more about the Guttering Gasp. It's 435. Nope. It's only 15 more attack, and it does not have built-in, you know, spare shot. It just doesn't. So that's a nope. Dodo Gama. Voted for Obama. Adam Cannon. How about this one? 4 or 5 in high deviation. What are you supposed to do with this guy? I don't know what he's good for. Bon Bazooka. You've got Laguna Blaster. Nope. Nope. Actually, I'm a little curious about the Horn King Bazooka. I mean, it just does so much damage and it's a bolt action, but in the past... Oh, actually, no, it's not that good. Look at that. Attack of 4... Am I looking at this right? I am looking at that right. That's the last level. It looks like it's meant to go higher. Don't you guys agree? Look. It looks like it's not done. Look at the tree for this guy. Definitely looks like there's supposed to be 1 more level right here. 435, negative 20% affinity. It's just not enough damage. And then, you know, it's like bolt action, normal ammo. Nope, I don't think so. I don't think so. Actually makes me question how good it is at Wyvern Snipe. Sticky Cloud, yeah, all that's the same. Still fast at reloading. So, if it's 435, what is the Ishvalda? 450. 435 to 450. Dude, I think the Ishvalda just replaces the Griffin Bazooka. We'll have to test it. We have both heavy bowguns, so we can just test it in the training room, actually. Okay, so what else do we got? This is definitely not gonna... I think do we already finish going up the list? Fulgur Anjanath is a decent 6 shots, but you'll notice the deviation's actually high. When the deviation is high like that, it's actually very hard to consistently fire that normal ammo, I noticed. Negative 10% affinity 435, so it's just not going to keep up. That's going to be bull action. That's the one! I think the best normal ammo heavy bowgun in the game is going to be the one I showed you. This pooty booty down here. This pooty matooty. So far, roar sticks, attack of 420. What better number could you choose? No, not equipped. Category. Heavy bazooka. Heavy machine gun. Emperor's Cannon 6. Let's see. What do we need to upgrade you? Large Elder Dragon Gem. Well, screw me. Well, frick me, man. Dang, dude, this stuff's so expensive. So, Sin Dayu says, have you checked out the dual blades yet? Like the new dual type with fire and poison? I have checked it out. I've seen it. I've seen it. It just means you're going to be doing half the poison of a real poison dual blades and half the fire damage of a real fire dual blades. So I don't know how I feel about it. I feel kind of oopsie poopsie about it. Let's see, what do we got over here? Let's play around with the Dado Wolf. Or will we? I don't know. Hold on. Let's go ahead and post this. We're gonna knock out these optionals real fast now that we have them again. What do we have? The Tyrant's Banquet. Let's knock the frick out of the Tyrant's Banquet. And nothing defeats Devil Joe faster than... I have no clue what defeats him. Dire Gun Dementia, Ruinous Catastrophe. Oh, there we go. I'm yawning. It's happening. I do kind of want to use this. Loyal Thunder, Kiara Salt Water, Solar Reflection. Wow, I honestly don't know what I feel like using right now. What is this? Like full defense? Let's give it a try. Feline insurance. You know I'm going for that feline insurance. Samuel Anderson. No. Oh, it's happening. Kermit sauce is gross. You trying to upgrade the Styx weapons? Why are you farming Lu Nostra? Yeah, I wanted to see the Styx weapons. I still hadn't had them unlocked. What you looking at, Curious Fiber? Looking pretty shifty if you ask me. I'd say we investigate that guy because I don't think he should be looking into that stuff. Oh, I'm sleepy. Oh no. Victor Xavier Almeid, best Monster Hunter World channel. Thank you, Victor. Let's update that snack fund for Victor. Victor Almeid. I think that translates roughly to $2. Updating that Artistic Margaret fund, right? We gotta earn some money so that I can see her private show. Private show. This country is in turmoil, and here I am playing video games. Oh man, how are we gonna save the country? Got one good answer. We're just going to tax everyone. Problem solved. Oh, my eyes are like trying to stay open. Grab this stone. Waiting for Goldian to spawn is boring. Are you talking about cycling through to try and get her to spawn? Or him? No, it is her, isn't it? Uh-oh. The yards are coming in. You know what that means. Can I not put this on? Awesome! Are you guys attacking him before wounding his face? The mad lads. The mad lads. B is Wyvern Blast counter. Don't do it. How am I gonna open up Pokemon cards if I'm this tired? How am I gonna check if I got that shiny Charizard, guys? Oh, he got me. Haha, I've got my Rock Steady Mantle on. What are you gonna do about it? I have school tomorrow. I got my iPhone in bed right now. Got past my mom. No iPhone phone for bed? Oh man, you got iPhone? How old are you? I don't even want to know what you can do with an iPhone at a young age. All the crap you can see on the internet. Dude. What do you guys think about that? You think that's good for society? The way little kids can all have cell phones now and stuff like that. Is it... It could be the case that is actually good. Like, be open-minded, okay? Maybe it's good. Maybe this is just what progress looks like. Progress is everyone has an iPhone at the age of 8. Or maybe it's what degeneracy looks like. Hold on, let me take a sip of my boomer juice. How much do these do? These do 2 sets of damage, huh? Get out of here! What are you doing? You're blocking shots! Yeah, frakes. With kids and phones, it depends on the usage of it. Boomer intensifies. Shoot him in the leg. Ouch. I tried to use the counter. Wow, the counter mod didn't work and he killed me. Perfect. I think it's better, but we have to see what happens. As long as parents teach their kids to be smart, it's good. Oh my god, did I just use that? I feel like you can be smart and a bad person at the same time, though. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're like, yeah, parents will just teach kids to be smart. And it's like, yeah. Do you know, a lot of the people who are running like communist countries and stuff like that, they think they're real smart too. It's usually not just about smartness. It's more about like your philosophies on human nature and stuff like that. I don't think parents are necessarily handing that kind of wisdom down to their children anymore. The wisdom you hand down to your children now is kind of like, go be a doctor. I don't know. It's good to tell your children to go be a doctor, but I mean, like, that's all you say these days. That's all that matters. Go be a doctor so you can buy more iPods. Here's an iPod. farcasted out of the stream. I wanted it. I bet you did. I got my first phone when I was in 7th grade, and I'm 23, lol, but I see so many little kids with phones. It's crazy. That's because iPhones are like the perfect babysitter, you know? It used to be, Nintendo 64 used to be the perfect babysitter. Now it's your freaking iPhone. You're like, here you go, play some Candy Crush and get out of my hair. Because I'm 24 years old with a kid, and I got my own things to do, like play on a dating app. Looking for that good casual sex. You know, I got a kid, I'm single, looking for that good casual sex on my dating app. My phone will take care of my kid, won't it? What? How about now? Can I shoot it into him now? Nope, of course I can't. These counter mines are actually really hard to use. Read my iPhone comment last when I commented. What? Teach your kids to be smart is just a distraction from the sheer amount of propaganda pushed on them, internet and television being the largest and most used medium for it. So HM's not actually wrong here. Basically what he's saying in a nutshell is you have all of these, if you want to call them politically motivated groups, could be Hollywood, could be, I don't know, Republican think tanks maybe, could be churches, they're religiously motivated. Everyone's motivated by some belief system. And the thing is, each belief system think they're the ones that are smart. I mean, that's just how it is. So when you say smart, my kid's going to be smart with quotations, right? It doesn't really mean they're definitely going to be smart. It doesn't actually mean they're going to be smart. Could be quite dumb. Just depends on who's right and who's wrong. I'm gonna teach my kids to be smart. I think people like to make that joke about school, about all the useless stuff that you learn, but you don't learn to do taxes. You don't learn to grow into a well-adjusted, emotionally, socially intelligent human being who understands how to retire. You don't necessarily learn those things. Whoa! You learn about the powerhouse of the South. And that's considered real smart. And then you go into $40,000 of debt like me. So that you can have your degree. Oh man, I was thinking, you know, I was walking around Home Depot the other day looking for like some fun stuff, maybe like a project to do, maybe like, I was thinking maybe build some shelves, something like that, right? We were just walking around Home Depot for fun. And I was just thinking like, just kind of abstract-mindedly about maybe like some of the biggest challenges we face for our generation is definitely student debt, man. It's all about student debt. I feel like, you know, there's all these problems we're concerned about in politics. I think they're all related. It's all just a money problem, really. You know, it's all just money. And then you're like, well, what changed? What changed from back then to now? Student debt. That's the thing. That's the big change. You know, you could argue that it's healthcare a little bit too, but actually it's mostly just grandma and grandpa that are upset about healthcare because it's very expensive, but also there's a very clear demand for it. I mean, everyone's old now, so everyone's getting their cancer treatment. You know, they don't really tell you that. They don't tell you, well, healthcare is a crisis, especially if you're old, and there's a lot of old people right now going, oh my god, it is a crisis for me. Excuse me. But for young people, what is the crisis? And it's actually, it's not healthcare, it's student debt. I'm just thinking like, you know, from maybe a more, I don't know, just thinking about it more like, I'm usually pretty financially intelligent, I would say. But when it came to the student debt, I was just like, yeah, you got to do this. You have to do this. You have to take on $40,000 of student debt. You have to get a fancy degree. That's what I was telling myself, you know what I mean? And now look at me. My full-time job is YouTube. I play games. And I look at my wife tells me all the time if she could do school again, she wouldn't take all the. We took a class called Philosophy of Mind. I never forget this. Philosophy of Mind, uh, English Literature 2, World History. There were all these classes. I didn't need any of them, and now I've got $40,000 of debt. All you really needed was a couple of the hardcore programming classes, and also I would argue the math classes, which you can't learn all of that online. Some of it, actually have to be taught. So, and especially the computer science classes, I feel like, god dang, dude. I hate the directional controls when you're climbing vines because it'll like send you up when you mean to go down, and it'll send you down when you want to go up. But yeah, so yeah, I was just thinking about it. So our parents and our grandparents, they would have gone for their degrees as well, and who knows, maybe they would have been a few $1,000s in debt even. But then they just would have paid off a few $1,000s of debt. And let's say mom and dad are sick, or they're going bankrupt, or they're having an emergency with something like cancer or something. Well, you're out of college and you've only got a few $1,000s of debt, so you just help them. Now we've all got $40,000 of debt, or whatever the average amount is. We all got $40,000 of debt. Grandma and grandpa are like, well, we need help because we didn't save up, because people are bad at saving, honestly. But this time we go, we don't got money. We're in student debt. You guys were the ones that had money. We didn't. we don't got money. You guys grew up with the cheap housing market. You guys grew up with the good, strong economy where you could have one job and provide for a family. So what happened? Now you guys need our money, and we're the ones $40,000 in debt for the same, kind of the same degree you guys already got. But just you paid $1,000 and we paid like $40,000. They're like, yeah, but we need your money. We're all old now and we can't afford cancer because we are all demanding it at the same time. So yeah, I was just thinking about all that. I feel like all the problems we have today, it's a money problem, and it's all related. And I feel like telling 18-year-olds to take on $40,000 of debt, telling them that that's normal, telling them that they should definitely go do that, I feel like that's actually a big part of the problem. You're just telling people to go $40,000 in debt. You hardly even know why. I was thinking about this too, I was telling you how my wife was thinking, if I had to redo this, I would just take the computer science classes and say, screw your degree. I got the education part that I needed, and now I'm going to go get my job, right? So that's how she feels about that. And, oh, where was I going with this? I'm trying to remember. Oh, I remember now. Basically, when you're 18, before you're employed, you don't really know that. You only know it in hindsight. That's what I'm saying. So now we know in hindsight what degree, how much education you actually need. But when you're 18, your beliefs are that you need it all. The school's like, all right, here's the 12 electives you need. And you're like, okay, I'm in school for a computer science degree, but you're telling me I need to take a philosophy course. Well, you're the school. I guess I'll give you $4,000 for this class and just accept it. That's what happens. And then it's just like, later on in life, you've got your job and the school's got your money. And it's just kind of like, well, my parents need help because they're old and they can't afford their health care because that's gone up in cost. But also, I'm $40,000 in debt. It's such a squeeze, guys. Such a squeeze on the middle class, I swear. Like, what are you going to do? You're just trapped. Nathan says, the home crisis is massive in Ireland. Everyone that can't pay ends up dealing drugs or using them, ends up on the streets, or have to live in flats with drug dealers. In Ireland, huh? That sucks, man. I got Irish heritage. My grandmother on my mom's side was Irish, and my grandfather on my mom's side was German. So my wife and I, we want to visit. She's also got Irish heritage. We want to visit Ireland sometime. Yeah, that sucks to hear, though. People having trouble with the cost of housing. One of the interesting things we learned when we went shopping for our first home, we just bought a small condo is what we bought. It's a good thing we owned. That's a good thing that's all we bought because we couldn't afford anything more than that, but we didn't know that back then. But we were noticing that the houses actually get bought up by investors who they're not really interested in living in the houses. They just want to know if the houses go up in value. Also, they might be doing the other thing where they're renting the houses out to somebody who otherwise might have been able to afford to purchase the house if the demand for the houses weren't going up by speculative investors and renters, people who just want to own the property to rent it. they actually drive the cost of the house up, making it more difficult for you to be able to afford to purchase it, which is just sad. It's just heckin' sad, man, because you have to have a place to live. That's just how it is in the end. You do have to have a place to live. You can't live outside. Nightingale Sanctum says 1971, the Fed stopped backing our currency in gold and switched to a credit system which makes our money worthless. So unless you establish a basis for managing credit responsibly, you're screwed. Hypersian says, check general chat of Discord for the Styx Bogan upgrade stats and ammo lists. Excuse me. I actually unlocked the Styx Bogan, so we're good now. We're actually set. I appreciate it, though. Let's get the next optional quest. We have One Hot Night in the Spire. Let's get it started. We'll use this weapon again. It was kind of fun. I'm finding that the counter Wyvern Blast is less and less favorable. It's so hard to use. Might be stronger versus some monsters versus compared to others. Oops. Evade, reload, Wyvern Blast, Power Blast. We can have a normal reload. I didn't know that. I'm interested. Man, I hate how all of the basic required courses are literally 6 different levels of knowledge about topics that someone would usually only benefit by knowing if they plan to specialize in that. I couldn't agree more. One of the courses I had to take was German Language 1 and 2. Now, to be fair, I actually enjoyed it. It was a really nice class, and I had fun, but I don't actually need to know German, especially for programming. You don't need it. A lot of people, even from around the world, they code in English because America's the place that develops the majority of the software still. So I'm here for a computer science degree. I have to take philosophy of mind. These are electives that I chose, of course, but they were chosen out of groups that I was allowed to choose them from. So if I didn't take philosophy of mind, I might have been taking introduction to philosophy or something similar to that. And I'm like, I can choose between a sociological class or I can have German language 1 and 2. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll take German language 1 and 2. And it's almost like you have this illusion of choice by the school, but it's all bullshit, because if I could just choose what I thought actually contributed to my career, I wouldn't have chosen any of them. I would have chosen to have a year of my life back. That's a year of working. I mean, think about it. That could be between $40,000 and $50,000 of earnings, because it's a whole year. You just lost that year of working to be in school. And then the school went ahead and took, in my case, like $15,000 for that year. They're like, yeah, we'll take $15,000 from you, and then you won't work for the year, which is, when you combine that, that's $65,000 that you lost. That's $65,000. And that's for 1 year, by the way. So it's just frustrating. It's really frustrating. I feel like the schools rip you off, and what are your alternatives? I don't even know what the alternatives are. At least in technology, I could tell, if I had a son or a daughter, I could tell them, look, we did this. We know exactly, is a scam. It's a scam. They're going to take your money for things you can literally look up in the library or on YouTube these days. It's even easier. You just do it on YouTube. They're going to take your money for that. And all you really need are the computer science courses, and you need to be good at coding, and then you will get a job, because that's what the companies want. They just want to know if you're good at coding. Simple as that. I don't know. Some of them might be kind of like more traditional. They might be like, look, we're not even going to look at your degree unless you can prove you've got the whole 4-year. But that's not true for where my wife works. There's actually people there who don't have their 4-year. They just have to prove they're capable of what they can do. And I know I have several other friends who also graduated, and they're working for a place nearby where it's the same deal. They just want to know if you can code. So in this case, you can just learn the skill and go get the job. There's no like title or certification or anything like that. You don't have to have the 4-year degree. And that's what I would tell my kid, but it's like, I don't know, it's just, the whole thing's frustrating. You know it in hindsight, you don't know it when you start up. But then you go $40,000 into debt. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's crazy. The whole thing's crazy. And then you have like, you have all these people in debt now. All these young people are in debt. They can't buy a home. They can't help their parents with healthcare, right? Everyone's like, why can't we afford healthcare? Well, no one can even afford to help their parents with healthcare because they're all in student debt now for like 25,000, 40,000. It depends on what kind of degree you went for, obviously. If you went for like a this is a scary thing. If you wanted to become a doctor and you failed to become a doctor, you're going to be like $250,000 in debt. You're like, that's like $250,000 in debt for a degree that you didn't even end up using. So you would think that everyone who applies for a doctor becomes a doctor. It's not true. Some people just fail and never become doctors. So you go into debt $250,000, $250,000, and then you fail. You just have $250,000 of debt. Really think about that. People are like, oh man, why are doctors recommending these opioid drugs? Because they have to? How are they going to pay their student loans? They got to pay student loans too. Or they're going to be in debt like their whole life with this $250,000 debt, So yeah, it's school, man. School. You got people who want to charge you an arm and a leg to get educated, and the United States government says, fine, we'll pay for it. And then the schools are like, alright, government's paying. And then you're like, okay, the government will pay for this. I definitely gotta go that means, right? The demand for the product shoots up because now all of a sudden everyone can have it if they want it. All they gotta do is sign the rest of their life away. All you gotta do is sign your life right here on the dotted line. You will. This line says I will be in debt for 5 years. And people still do it because they look at these tech jobs and they go, well, technically you're still going to have a better quality of life if you take this, education. Rested says, about the programming, I recently moved out here to Austria, and while I was out here, I found the demand for people with programming knowledge from America is so high. Yeah. Yeah, actually, my wife talks all the time about where she works. They can't find talented programmers. They can't find talented programmers who also have people skills and the ability to just go into work every day, which is its own kind of skill, showing up to work. That's hard. It's hard to get somebody who's consistent and driven. Rancid Zero says, you can't buy alcohol when you're 18, but you can put yourself into $40,000 of debt. LMFAO. That is a terrific way to summarize the ridiculousness of it. You're not smart enough to have beer and drive, but we will allow you to go into debt with interest for the rest of your life for $40,000. And then you don't have any money to help your your parents, your grandparents, and they're going to ask the government for help, and no one can figure out what's going wrong. It's like, school's going wrong, man. Why are we paying this much? How could this... And this is the frustrating thing. So, I think I said earlier, I'm usually pretty financially intelligent. I'm pretty savvy. I like to save money. I like to be frugal. And when I think about the things I learned in like philosophy of mind, world literature, world history, ancient history, when I think there was art history, when I think about the things I learned in there, I would have never paid $4,000 to learn that stuff. It's all dumb stuff. It's like you're cultured to a certain degree. You're cultured, right? Oh, I read Heart of Darkness. Oh, I know what the Mona Lisa is. Wow, it's amazing. I only had to pay $4,000 for that. You know how cheap it is to get on YouTube and read about that compared to paying $4,000 for that? It is a scam. how can that not be described any other way? Here's all the same information for free on YouTube. Everyone knows about the prominent video website YouTube. It's not a mystery to anyone. But you have to take our classes to get your degree. And by the way, we're going to force you to take all these liberal arts. And you know, actually, I do have to say, when it comes to like science and math, that stuff is still legit. Science and math is definitely legit because, what's going on here? Science and math is legit because that stuff's not easy. You're not necessarily going to learn that stuff by yourself, you know what I mean? A good teacher in math and science is a big deal. But I mean, like, English literature, read Shakespeare. It's almost like you're being babysat. Like they're saying, all right, we're going to babysit you until you've read Shakespeare. Look, if I'm passionate about Shakespeare, I'll look it up on YouTube. They're like, no, you're going to pay $4,000 for one class in Shakespeare. And the heck to you if you don't like that idea, because you don't get your degree if you don't like that idea. It's a scam. I don't know how else to say it. That is a scam. It makes me wonder, like, who holds them responsible? You know, one of the things that really has stood out to me listening to the Democratic debates, I think you guys might have noticed this as well if you watched politics at all, is all of the politicians going, yeah, we're going to give you free this, free that, free this. But one thing in particular that's popped up is student debt forgiveness. They're like, we're going to give you student debt forgiveness. And it's an interesting concept. But here's the problem. The people who are... there's no such thing as free anything, obviously. We all know this. It's paid through taxes. You actually do pay for it. Right? So it's not actually free. And this is what frustrates me the most. When you're talking about student debt forgiveness, you're really talking about taxing all of Americans, all of America, for the insane price of education. See, I used the word insane correctly, actually, because it really is insane. The insane price of education that's been forced on you to get this 4-year degree full of all these subjects you don't need. And we forced people even who never got their degree. It's like, so you might be working at Walmart, you might be working on a farm, you might be a steel worker or a machinist, you might be a small business owner, you might be a YouTuber. We're going to force all these people to pay taxes to pay for these way overpriced degrees. Way overpriced. We're going to make all these normal Americans pay for this. Ironically, you're going to make the poorest Americans pay for it. There's Americans who were too poor to even pull out the degree. They're like, I could try to pull out the degree, but I don't even have enough money to afford food, so I definitely can't go, right? They're the poorest of Americans, and they're going to pay for your student debt forgiveness. But you know who's not paying for the student debt forgiveness? It's the schools. Those are the people that actually receive the money. The schools actually receive the money. So I feel like rather than talking about student loan debt forgiveness, you know, through taxation, which is what will really happen, I wish we could talk about a change to the system so that the schools are more responsible for your actual success in life. And also, I don't know, either doing price controls on the schools or... I heard this really interesting idea. You guys tell me what you think of it. So I heard someone recommend that when you pull out a student loan, that the school should have to co-sign it. And I thought that was actually really clever. The school should have to co-sign the loan. Basically what it means is if you don't pay the loan, the school will then be forced to pay the loan. And in other words, what that means is the school is actually responsible for you succeeding. Because if you don't succeed, they're going to be stuck with the bill. I thought that was really... I would vote for that today. Yeah, I'd vote for that right now. So, yeah, I think it's, you know, my mind has shifted to looking at the student loan issue as probably the biggest issue. I am concerned about healthcare. I think that that's a really important topic as well. I also do think that the majority of the problem with healthcare is just that we have a lot of old people that are about to die. And the truth is, in 10 years, a lot of them will be dead. That sounds very crass, but it's true. In 10, 20 years, a lot of them will be gone. And then there probably won't be a healthcare crisis, because if you were to just have young people aren't a burden on healthcare. You could honestly very easily afford socialized healthcare for a bunch of young people because young people generally aren't sick. It's the elderly, pretty exclusively. The elderly are all sick. They all need hip replacement. They need stuff for their eyes. They get cancer, and cancer is extremely expensive. It's the elderly, right? That's the majority of the cost. It's the elderly, and so at some point they're all just going to pass away. That's the truth. There's a lot of them right now. There's an unusual number of old people right now, right? All the boomers and all that stuff. And then they're going to be gone, and it's not going to be as big of a problem because there's going to be a different ratio of young people to old people at some point. But what about that student loan debt? That's actually a huge problem because you're starting life out at like 2 years old, 24 years old. You're starting life out with $40,000 of debt. Maybe more, maybe a little less, but maybe more. Maybe you've gone to a prestigious school for $50,000 to $60,000 of debt, and you're starting life out that way. Whew. That's like this is a recipe for disaster. It feels like when you buy a car's like a fancy car. Even is like $20,000. A fancy car. Most people don't buy fancy cars. People buy used cars. People buy like maybe a nice economic car. It's comfortable, gives you air conditioning. Maybe it's like $12,000, $15,000, right? Some sort of cheap Ford for $15,000. School, $40,000. You can't even buy a home anymore. You're just trapped. You're trapped. And yeah, so I feel like the healthcare problem, we do have to have a solution for it. I feel like it will also resolve itself over time. The healthcare thing, I think it actually will, because once again, as the aging population actually dies, as terrible as that sounds, we all die. So I don't actually feel that guilty talking about it. Someday it'll be my turn to have cancer. That's how it works. Someday it'll be my turn. Someday it'll be your turn. So I don't feel too guilty talking about that. But the student loan debt actually, I think, might have a longer term effect on the success of your country. And so I just feel like the way it's set up right now, you're really just trapping 18-year-olds in thousands of dollars of debt, and somebody's getting very wealthy off of this. Probably the schools, maybe the bankers who do the loans, but it's gotta, I don't know, it's gotta stop. I don't know how you fix it. Like, we could talk about it here in the comment section of a YouTube, but I mean, like, how do you actually fix it? I wish it was the number one issue. I think healthcare is the number one issue, and that's because healthcare is more prominent of a problem, but I feel like it's the symptom of a deeper problem. Oh, Jesus. Leon kills Ashley. A solution to the student loan issue might be to start teaching kids that they don't need to go to college. Seems like a lot of people go because they're expected to. Right. We could definitely teach people that, but I don't feel like that's actually enough, The healthcare thing will work itself out once we're all dead. LMAO. It's a little bit true, you have to admit. If the problem is that we have an aging population, right? If that's true, they're not going to live forever. They really won't. And, you can pitch in and help mom and dad with their cancer, or grandma and grandpa, whatever the case is. Pitch in and help them. But you really can't if you're $40,000 into student debt. See what I'm saying? So it's like, healthcare wasn't always a problem. What changed? What changed is there aren't enough young people per old people, and all the young people are $40,000 in debt. 40,000, 25,000, maybe some 12,000, but you're all in debt now, with the crazy debt that didn't exist in the past. The debt of education. That's what changed. I feel like it explains so much, actually. My wife and I were talking about how, because her mother has cancer, and we're helping by paying for the chemo treatments, and we both have student loans to make payments on, so we can't really do this very easily. And we're just thinking about people who maybe they went into a career that maybe doesn't pay too well, Maybe you have a simple business career as a middle manager somewhere. You're not making a ton of money. Maybe you're making like $35,000. And we're just looking at each other like, okay, what if we were middle managers making, I don't know, 35,000? Maybe I already had a kid and only my husband works, something like that, right? It just, the money wouldn't be there. It just wouldn't happen. You know, sorry mom, no chemo treatment for you. We can't afford it. That's what it would be. And it's just, I feel like it just explains everything so quickly. Oh, good thing we put this Rocksteady on when we saw him. We saw him and I said Rocksteady time. Student loans are also the only debt you can't file bankruptcy for. That's right. So if you were to pull out a huge bank loan to start a business and the business fails, you know who actually loses that money? It's the bank, because you file for bankruptcy. You know, you pulled out millions of dollars, the business failed, and then you file for bankruptcy. And then the bank goes, dang it, we gambled on the success of this business with our loan. This time it didn't work out, and we're gonna lose a bunch of money. And the guy who went bankrupt, he loses money too, trust me. But with the student loan debt, you can file for bankruptcy and the debt still follows you, because those are the rules we have. And it's just crazy. It's crazy that we have those rules. Somebody loaning the money out is saying, let me loan this money out and have none of the risk, right? So with the banks, when they make you a business loan, they're assuming some of the risk with you. They're saying, yeah, we're in it with you. You succeed, we succeed. You fail, we fail. That's what they're saying. But on student loans, it's not like that. The government says, they can't escape they can't declare bankruptcy, so they're just trapped. So loan away. And the banks are like, yes, we can loan them all this money and they can't escape it ever, even if they claim bankruptcy. They're trapped in it. This is the perfect product. We love this product. It's insane. It's crazy. There's some rich guy, he's like 60 years old, and he is making so much money off of this. So much money off of this. And it's not the American people, in my opinion. It's not, it's not the 18-year-old kid going to school. He has to do it. And he thinks it's normal. He has to do it. There's some actually rich guy loaning the money out going, or the schools. The schools who, they'll allow their sports teams to play at these events and make millions of dollars for the school, but they don't pay the players at all. And we just don't do anything about it, I guess. I don't know. I just wish we saw it as a scam, because that's how I actually feel about my education. Not all of it, parts of it. When I went to school to learn math and science classes, those in particular did not feel like a scam. When I had to go to school to learn something as silly as like English literature 2, that felt like a heavy scam. Who needs to go to school for English literature 2 in 2019? Here you go, you're learning Shakespeare. Yeah, I could look this up on YouTube and learn it on like ×2 fast forward speed. Nope, you gotta learn it here. We're gonna give you a grade 2. If you get a bad grade, it affects your ability to become a software engineer. Because the grades in English literature are related to your grades in computer science. What? It's just a dumb grading system too, Like, you could be a really good programmer and bad at writing essays about how you feel about your interpretation of Shakespeare. Well, this is how I feel about Shakespeare, right? Maybe you're shit at that, right? You're just bad at that because you don't care. You don't give a crap. You're in school for computer science. Why would you care about Shakespeare? But you got a bad grade on it. It's going to affect your GPA. And by the way, I did well in those classes. So it's simply that I recognize that is a dumb system. It's a dumb system. I did very well in writing and talking and sharing my opinion, obviously, because I can just talk endlessly. Nick says you can learn math online just as easy. I sort of agree. You can, up to a point. Mathematics actually get really abstract and they get really complicated. And I can tell you right now, when it reaches that level, the guides online start to dry up. Okay? So you can look for them online, but they're not going to be there. Especially some math that's used in computer science, some of that stuff's very new. Okay, some of that math is very new, and it's kind of like, you're not going to just find a YouTube video on it, so you got to have your teacher there teaching you. So, Ansem Fluffy says, I'll be 26. Derek Smith says, everything you're saying is not true. Once you have the degree, you're done. Get that job. Everything you're saying is not true. Once you have the degree, you're done. Get that job. I don't really know what your point is. Great name, though, Derek. Derek is the best name. High-level math is completely useless for many people, though. Should be optional. I don't know if I agree with that either. It's useless for a lot of people. You're correct about that. It wasn't actually useless for my degree. So having to take those math classes was actually appropriate in my case. Did I not carve? I always forget to carve, don't I? Yeah, I guess I have a lot to say about all that stuff. It really bothers me. That earlier comment, you can't buy an alcoholic drink at 18 years old, you have to wait till you're 21, but you can pull out $40,000 of debt. That's it in a nutshell. That's it in a nutshell. That's so wrong in every way, and I don't know why we allow it. I really like the idea of having schools co-sign the loan. I would like that, for the schools to have to co-sign. Hymn of Moon and Sun. Ansem says, ooh, Senpai noticed me. Let's go ahead and change our weapon. We'll have... Let's use this hammer. I like the hammers. Can't find upper level science online either. Learning that now with physical chem. Exactly. So when you start in like the junior level classes, it's still on the internet. But when you get to your senior year and you're getting to the end, you start to find certain subjects in that whatever it is you're learning. Not always going to find that online. And then all of a sudden, being able to contact your professor, email him, and be like, I don't understand this. Being able to do that becomes real valuable at that point, because he's like, I know how to do it, and that's why you pay me the big bucks. But who needs to pay the big bucks to a professor to teach them how to feel about a poem? The plum is juicy. I ate it. Haha. Right? Oh wow, what an amazing poem. It's like, why did I just waste my time on this? And then the teacher will be like, you see, the poem is deep because it makes you ask that question. Please give me my money back. I would never pay $4,000 for this. This is a joke. That's how. I wish that's what I could have told him back then, but back then I was just doing what I was told. I was like, yep, I'm going to finish this, I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to graduate. And I was feeling real good about myself. I was like, I'm just going to finish all these things. Now I'm older and I have to actually pay the money, and I'm thinking, wow, this is destroying America. This is actually destroying America. You can't help your parents and your grandparents with their health care, which is overpriced anyways. We have the most expensive health care in the world. You can't help your grandparents and your parents with their health care because you're busy paying off that student debt from your amazing English 2 class. HM says, there's this big guy who once said to ban the practice, think he called usury? What do you think end money loaning with interest? I don't know if I understood your question, HM. What do you think end money loaning with interest? Are you asking me what do I think about making interest loans? I think that's fine. Yeah, I'm for interest loans. Let's go ahead and have this. I just think that in the case of an 18-year-old, that if you just left it up to them, they're not going to make the smartest decision. So there should be some serious regulation about how you're allowed to, how 18-year-olds are allowed to pull out debt. Don't bully, stop bullying. Leon Kills Ashley says, depends on the school and the type of art. Also depends on what you want to do with it. Jay Drix says, gotta love how so many professions expect 5+ years of experience and a master's now. Well, and that's another interesting thing. So since we're on the topic of school, consider this, guys. So in the past, it was hard to go to school. You know, maybe you had to prove you were really intelligent and you had to get that scholarship. And you had to pay with your own money up front. And in order to do this, it meant taking the money directly out of your pocket and paying. And this has a very sudden, immediate experience for the student, right? When you're 18 and the school says, hey, come on in, man. You can worry about this 4 years later, by the way. We got nice, cool people here. There's all the young people are fun, and we're going to have parties and spring break, and you can buy yourself a new car on this student loan, right? When the schools are telling you this, it just feels great. And you're young and you're stupid and you're not making the best choices. And it's just a trap, man. Expecting 5 years of experience. That's a lot. Oh, right. I remember where I was going with that a little bit. So here's where I was going with that. So if everyone's now doing this, everyone's now going and getting this degree, what happens is the value of the degree actually goes down, ironically. So the degree actually kind of sorted out who was good and who was bad. And then the businesses would say, and the businesses, by the way, they don't frick around with money. The businesses say, we got to have the good people or we're going out of business. So they don't frick around, right? So they're saying, we have to find out who the best people are. And now they go, we don't care about your bachelor's degree. We care about your master's degree. Because everyone has a bachelor's, right? Everyone and their mom has a bachelor's. That's what happened. Or that's what's going to happen at some point. Your bachelor's degree will be worth nothing. It would just be like your high school diploma. And then everyone will be forced to take a college education. It's just how it will play out. That's exactly how it will play out, if it hasn't already played out that way. HM says, should we end the practice of adding interest to loans? No, I don't agree with that at all. The reason that would be such a bad idea is because having the interest on the loan is basically a way of it's about representing the value that the capital has in its usage. So, smart economics is all about the efficient allocation of resources. Some endeavors are going to be more profitable than others. And interest on the loan adds a level of risk to what you're doing that suggests you believe whatever it is you're pulling the loan out will make a high return, high enough to justify the interest rate. That's what it's saying. So your money has value in the stock market, right? That's really what this is all about. Your capital has value to businesses because they could use that money to make investments, and those investments will make returns because you're using those investments to go do something productive, right? And so they add the interest to these loans because they know all of this. They know that your money has value to people who could take that money and invest it and create a product through that investment. And you're accepting the interest because you're saying, yep, whatever it is I'm doing with this money really is that valuable. I can handle the interest and still turn a profit. So I feel like not only should we not get rid of interest, but interest is actually incredibly important for helping people understand that, the money itself, the money's own existence has a value. Is actually very important. But don't worry, Minx, I'll make you a interest-free loan. Quentin says, I feel on what you said earlier. I got 2 degrees in social science, one being a graduate degree. I went from working mental health to now legal, and it's hard to find something worthwhile. Hard to find something? You mean like a job? I don't know what you mean by that. You're ragging on writing a lot, but without the critical thinking skill and communication and writing skills, how do scientists explain their solutions to that to the everyday person? Well, they go home and they start writing rather than paying a school $4,000 to tell them to start writing. Ta-da! Problem solved. Or they hop on YouTube and they say, how do I communicate? They type this in the Google bar, right? How do I communicate better? And then YouTube teaches you how to communicate better for absolutely free because it's actually not a very complex subject, right? Good communication is... here's a great example. Let's go backwards a little bit further. Let's say you're learning how to read for the first time. Do you actually need a teacher for that? Or could you just look up a video on Google and be like, how do I read? Well, and we all know the answer to that. It's kind of a rhetorical question. You just go on Google and learn it for free. Well, being able to write better is kind of the same way. If you want to write better, let's say you want to write better poetry. What do you think the trick to writing better poetry is? Go write some freaking poetry. Duh. right? Go write some freaking poetry on your free time. You're gonna, you know, get better and better at it each time you do it. How hard was that? It wasn't hard at all. And if the person wants to do it, they'll go do it. But schools use it as an opportunity to charge you like $2,000 to $4,000 per class in these things that you have to take. Oh my God. In these classes that you have to take to finish your degree in a completely unrelated field. So I don't agree with it at all. It's too easy to learn. It's like learning cursive these days almost. Knowing how to write like a letter, a business letter, is almost like having to learn how to write cursive. If you don't know how to go look that crap up on YouTube, then what you really need is an education on how to use YouTube. Because YouTube's far more important than can you write cursive. Leon Kills Ashley says, can't sell a product if a large percentage of people can't make it through to the other end. Can't sell a product. I see what you're saying. So I think what he's suggesting is colleges can't sell you their classes if they were only difficult classes. So perhaps they have to add a lot of stupid easy classes. Nick says, I just realized this year that the average wage for grads of my major is less than my current salary. I always thought science degrees were more useful. Let me reread that. Oh, I see. So you're going for perhaps a degree in some sort of scientific field, but you're actually making more money doing something else unrelated. I can see that, sure. Yeah. Just because it's a science degree doesn't mean it's the most valuable thing. Actually, the most valuable thing, I believe, in society, by the way, guys, there was like a study on this, is doing things in finance. Unsurprisingly, if you're very, very, very good at finance, you earn more money just because the work of finance is to be good with money. That's all there is to it. Man, she just killed 2 of us. Oh no. Hope we make it through this. It's been a pleasure, bro, but I'm off to work. Back to the grind. See you later, man. General Tally. Skillshare. Let's grab this. I'm gonna just shoot her in the head anyways. Oh, she's ready to, oh no, she's not. That fight's so fun. Yeah, I get underpaid a lot, but most jobs require so much experience but require masters and pay less. I do remember looking for, when I was graduating, looking for work, and there were quite a lot of jobs that were like, you need experience. But actually, there were also quite a few jobs that said, you know, we'll accept people who need to learn. They just need to show passion. Passion for technology and coding. But that might have been unique to coding. Oh damn, we gotta try again, guys. Holy snaps. We got wrecked. Any tips for not falling into the trap of student loans? Psych major, by the way. Wow, so if you're a psych major, you're gonna have to be in school for a long time. Because you're going to have to get your bachelor's degree, and then your master's, and probably your doctorate. So, I don't know a lot about becoming a psychologist. I don't. All I know is that you are set up to have a lot of education. Like I know for your degree in psychology, usually the least amount of education you need is a master's. So you're going to spend 6 years not working. But also, you're going to accept all of the debt of taking all of these classes. And so, you're taking out a bigger risk than, say, somebody who's going to school for 4 years to be an engineer. You have a bigger risk. Just be sure, A, you're very passionate. Be sure, B, there's a lot of jobs in psychology. And the last thing I would say is, C, make sure that you're actually getting good grades. If you're struggling and not getting good grades, you might be pursuing the wrong career. You don't want to pursue the wrong career if you're going. Have you guys ever watched Dave Ramsey? I haven't watched him in a while, but I remember watching him a few months back, and he keeps getting these calls from like students actually, and they're all calling in and being like, "All right, I'm $50,000 in debt, and I'm about to go broke. What do I do? And he just gets call after call after call of that. And that's why I noticed he gets all these callers who are in debt because of their student loans. It's like the #1 call. And dude, it's scary as hell, man, hearing that kind of stuff. Just really be sure, I would say, that you're actually going to make use of that degree, and that you're not just in the education system because it sounded fun, or just because you thought that it sounded like, I don't know, prestigious. That's the other one I would say. I would say make sure you do well in your math classes, because I think that those are your actual real education, are the math classes. If you can do well in math, you will do well in science, you will do well in logic, you will do well in technology, and even just in math. There's math jobs like actuary, accounting, financial advising perhaps. Yeah, so there's all kinds of math related jobs out there. And you can't fake your way through math. You can't just be intuitively good at math. You actually have to work hard to be good at math, right? So that's a very solid thing to know, and to know well. Thank you all for the tips. Did you really get 200 subs in a day? I think I got 400 in a different day. Hold on, let me see. I'll look it up for you. There's a way to look this stuff up. It says on Monday I got 500 subscribers. That's pretty cool. I also got 124,000 views on Monday. That's quite a few views. I got a lot of people watching this stuff, I guess. Just be a nurse. They all want a piece of that dick. What? What kind of advice is that? Aijin says, I think focusing on becoming debt-free will open up many doors. I mean, the point of this is to make money. That's right. The point of all this, guys, isn't just to be prestigious or to have some wide, big old brain like, oh man, I'm cultured. The point of it is for you to live a nice life. And you have, when you've reached that point where you're like debt-free, I'm not even debt-free yet. But when you've reached that point where you're debt-free and you've got a job that's giving you a decent income and you're passionate about the job, you've got so much time to go onto the internet and learn about some goofy-ass thing like philosophy of mind. Why do we have an identity? What happens to the brain when you die? Oh, I don't know. Here, take $4,000 from me and test me on this crap. And have me learn a bunch of language that only philosophy students would care about. I was mad, actually, by the end. I did well in that course, too. I did well in philosophy of mind. But I would just, by the end of it, I was like sick of it. I was like, why does anyone... I think what bothered me the most about that course was just how many made-up words there were. There were so many made-up words only for people taking a course like that. And I was like, it's so unnecessary. And then, like, you have to learn that crap for the tests. It's like, I'm never using this word again. I don't remember any of it, by the way. I don't remember any of the words is what I mean. I remember the concepts. The concepts were interesting. Straight says, gonna hit 100K soon? I certainly hope so. I do. If you guys want to help me with that, you can hit that sub button. I'm sure there's probably a few people watching who have not subscribed. Maybe you'll consider that tonight. Soulburner says, I love you. Sorry, Soulburner. I have a girlfriend. Great Sword Main says, Hardy, Rune, Gigante, and Shira Hammer are great. Yes, they're both pretty good. C. Crone says, I'm actually going for nurse at the moment. I actually have been enjoying it so far. I got a scholarship from my dad's work that pays for all my first years. Yeah, so there will probably be a pretty high demand for nurses. Yeah, this is accurate. How old is Gameconomist? I'm 30. I'm an old man. Leon Kills Ashley says, the brain decomposes after you die. Correct. And so in philosophy of mind, the question is, are we simply this mechanical brain, or is there this metaphysical aspect to the brain that we don't know about? And when you die, does the metaphysical aspect of the brain carry on? So there's all these different schools of thoughts about what a brain is, what consciousness is. So if we were to clone a perfect version of your brain, if we were to clone it perfectly, would it be you? Or would it be a second individual who's just very similar to you? See? So very, very, very difficult question. We don't know. It makes you wonder if are you really an individual, or are you just a mechanical outcome of what your brain is? You know, like this is what this exact brain would be, So lots of interesting questions in philosophy of mind. Okay, now that I've taught you that, you ready to pay me $4,000? I can test you on it too. I'll give you an official test. All you gotta do is pay me $4,000 and write me an essay. Write me an essay. I'll pick the topic out and I'll read your paper. Then I'll give you some grade. I'll be like, you didn't convince me of anything here. This was interesting to read. You didn't do your MLA formatting correctly over here, so now you have a C. Dude, I could do that in a heartbeat. It's so uncomplicated. Give me a break, man. The teacher's part, like, he tells you to write a paper, and then he reads your paper, and he gives you a grade. Like, frick him, dude. Frick them teachers. YouTube's the best teacher. You know why? Because if you learn something, you upvote it. If you didn't, you don't upvote it. And then the most educational thing typically does get uploaded. Come here, you. Yeehaw! Do you do YouTube full-time, or do you have a daytime job? My daytime job is male gigolo. Gigolo? I gotta say that right. Yeah, I'm actually, I take care of lonely older women. That's my full-time job. But once I'm done with that for the day, I usually hop on some Monster Hunter World, fight some monsters. You know? Go troll Mallory Williams. I don't know who that is. What about the science of souls? There's no real science to it. There's philosophy for it, and they call it metaphysics. They don't call it actual souls. But if you're in a religious debate, you might. Yeah, they say metaphysics because metaphysics sounds more real than ghosties. You know what I mean? You don't say ghosties, and that's what I found annoying about philosophy of mind. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, there's all this made-up language to make it sound like what they're doing is more official than it necessarily is, and it gets tiresome to have to learn too much of it. Straight says, that's assuming you're going with teleportation as deconstructing than reconstructing. What? MLA is greater than APA. RIP. Do we really not know, or do we just not want to believe the testimony of the people who have died and come back? I don't believe anyone. You can quote me on that one. I don't believe anybody. Frick those guys. If you're believing someone on their testimony of something, then I don't know what to tell you. Man, don't you are just a kid, enjoy your childhood. No, none of that. No enjoying childhood. Now you have to choose what gender you are. Are you a boy, or are you an other kid? Don't you... Oh, I already read that. I saw many dead people in a hospital. Greed Dono says this. Maybe he's being serious. Dead people in the hospital. I suppose, I suppose that would be accurate. If you worked in a hospital full-time, part of your job is eventually somebody dies on their deathbed, and then you gotta wheel them away. It's kind of gross. God, dude, dying sucks, man. The problem with philosophy has been made obsolete, for the most part, by physics. I don't agree with that. I think that was how I felt going into the class, but I could see by the end of the class how that's not necessarily true. Physics gives us numbers, and we know the numbers work. We're like, yeah, these numbers work. Look at all these cool equations we can do. We don't know where numbers came from. We do not know. Why do we have numbers, and why do they work? Right? So, as long as that question's not answered, philosophy will still exist. What I have a problem with is forcing a computer science student to have to take that, though. That's the real problem I have with this. I came back from the dead, and all I saw was a beanbag. Don't tell Jesus. Oh, that's a poison. Do you have to be master rank 49 or 69 to fit? Are you kidding me? Dude, this fight's nasty as frick, dude. Oh my god, I can't believe I just died. How are we supposed to take down Rathalos later? I'm working full-time in a cancer hospital. Ah, man, that's rough. I'm 22 years. That's rough, man. I mean, it's probably good for you, because it's probably good work. Good, I'm guessing that the pay is decent, at least, is what I'm suggesting. But that must be a little depressing. Seeing all the people dying, you know what I mean? Ah, man. Imagine being told you have cancer. I mean, most of us will probably hear it. If we don't hear that, it means we probably died of, like, heart disease or something related. Please change the subject. No, we're all going to get as depressing as possible. Senpai says, tell me about it. I soloed this, and when silver shows up and gold is still up, it's a party. HM says, what's up with master rank and monsters just having immediate follow-ups into death? Oh yeah, is that true? Do they have like really quick kills? I feel like if I play this by myself, solo it, the fortified decorations will actually give me a huge advantage at some point, because I won't be killable. If you can die, you probably should. For science. Come on, man. All I want is to live forever in comfort and wealth. Is that too much to ask for? It's the same thing everyone wants, you know? Most of human existence has just been to secure the ability to survive, and we just haven't done it. Oh my god, dude. Oh, these spikes, man. I swear. Part's broken. I try to dodge it every time and I miss it. Rate the new weapon designs out of 10. I give it a 7.5 out of Taco. Oh nice, we got the double knockdown. Wow. There he is, the man of your dreams. God dang the spikes, man. God dang it, dude. Any idea on the use of offensive guard? You want to guard at the last second. Hope that helps. Well, this is a hectic, man. This is a fun mission. Oh my god, look at this destruction. Ooh, but we better be careful. Put it on the heels. Ah, she backed up. Nice, 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 nice. I'm scared. Oh my god. We're good. It's all about those max potions. You can hear that I'm concentrating now, right? Because we got like 1 life left. So those can be knocked down. I'm out of pods. I don't see a place to grab pods. Somebody has to create a pod. I can see what he's doing. Good job on that. Alright, we probably have it under control if I had to guess. Because that was probably the wildest part of the fight. Let's go ahead and get a KO here, huh? Jesus. Nice job. Come on, KO, 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 KO. Woo. I try to roll it. Ouch. I died at the last second. Wouldn't that be sad? Oh my god, dude. I'm just on fire. You killed his girlfriend. I sure did. Guess I should have gone for the big bang. Oh my god. Jesus. Alright, there we go. We got a mount. Mount time. Is it just me, or does Iceborne lack proper endgame challenges? No, it's not just you. I noticed it as well. What? Are we only doing 79 to the head? Sorry about that. His head to the floor. I wanted it. God dang, dude, my timing on those is just never right. KO'd, poisoned, and set on fire. That's how it goes, isn't it? No! Alana! No! Oh no! Bleh. 20 minutes. Oh no. Why are we here? Just to suffer? Rip. Oh my god. You think I have time for this, Alana? Depression. This is what I'm talking about, guys, when I talk about the cost of healthcare and the cost of education. But we still can't kill Gold Raytheon and Silver Rathalos. It's a scam! Give me my money back! Send immediate help. Man, should I use the hammer again? I think I should. I think I should use the hammer again. I think it was playing a good role. Oh my god. Into the Palace of Flame. What was that? Brace is staying on. Flight attack jewel staying on. We're gonna take some fire resist. This guy does way too much fire damage. Expert tenderizer brace crit fortitude attack jewel. I actually don't like the attack charm at all. Can we just take that off and not have it anymore? Do I know? Oh, I do have slider. Okay. I mean, do I actually have the fire resist? Nah, it doesn't matter. I'll just eat the elemental resist large. Do you live in the South by any chance? No, I wouldn't say that. I live in the Midwest. Do you live in the South by chance? Something tells me he lives in the South by chance. No, dual blades, please. I will act depressed tomorrow. I'll use dual blades if I want to lose. I'm just joking. It's a jab. I'm taking a jab. Oh, man. Alana giving me the deep depression. Alana, we were so close. We were so close. Good morning, frickers. How's it going, Ghost? What are you doing, kitty? My cat's so cute. Oh, they're waiting for me to hit the part. Oh, I'm so tired of sitting. I want to move. Do you eat booty? That's a personal question. He went from, I've seen people die in hospitals, to, do you eat the booty? Help me get to Master Rank 125 so I can carry you. Defense boost 7. Get the defense boost 7 out. Well, we're right here, aren't we? $230. That's not enough. I'll take it. She's such a hassle. Let's take this. Come on. Brooks is like, I'm here. Oh, interesting. She was enraged already. God dang it. So I'm just starting Iceborne. Any tips on Sword and Shield and Lance in particular? I recommend guarding sometimes. Bring him on over to the ledge, guys. Let's play on the ledge. We'll just get more damage this way. Ooh-wee. What? We didn't roll off the ledge there? Should have. Go ahead and take this mantle off as well. You better not come near me. Son of a flea blop. just bringing him out of reach. Can't believe none of that landed. I don't think I refreshed my items. What the frick? Dude, that's so unfair, man. That's ridiculous. I saw that shot. That was a nice shot. Ah, we do terrible damage unless the head is weakened. Took 250 on the wing. Is the wing where you actually want to aim for with the hammer, maybe? Ooh. I thought you got to turn around for some reason. That's wind pressure. Let's get out of here. Oh, don't do it. Dang, man, even that walking is just an attack, huh? It's just ridiculous. Well, that was 400 on the end of the tail. Woo! Oh, she jumped down? That sucks. Oh, that's not gonna reach either. Oh, man. That might reach, but just... Ah, it didn't. Yeah, I was gonna say just by a little... Dang it, dude. Alright, we got knocked down. The running knockdowns in Iceborne are so annoying. God dang it, dude. Careful. Was that a silver Rathalos that I just saw? That is silver Rathalos. Just be glad this isn't a Dread King Rathalos. What? What? Tips for Arch-Tempered Zenjiva? Fight him as if he were a big stinky poo-poo. Alright, I'm on my way back in. We had to refresh on our items. Oh man, it only took us an hour to beat him. If we beat him, we're at the hardest point. We haven't defeated him yet. Could we actually dunk pod one of them? I mean, it would be more efficient to have them both here, but yeah, it's an interesting thought actually. God, the falling ceiling crap. Jesus, that stuff is so annoying. Running tackles. Nice job on Gold Radiant. Can't really see what I was doing there. His body just kept twisting. Alright, perfect. I don't think any of my hammer strikes actually landed. I'm gonna go ahead and craft because I feel like I'm running out of time to craft. I got my mantle on. Jesus, go away, man. Focus on one of my teammates. Jesus. It's like focusing on me right as I go for the carve. Gold Radiant Cortex. Gold Radiant Cortex. Radiant Weave. Don't you dare. Here it comes. He's like, oh yeah, you. Ouch. Jesus, man. He's like, what if I just fly this whole time? Nice. Got 400 on the tail. Like in the wall. That's KO. This is gonna hurt. Oh, don't turn. He did turn. Son of a bitch. Yeah, if he lands, he ain't gonna land. He ain't gonna land. Ouch. Ouch. Oh my god, man, this fight just goes on and on and on. Oh, that's a terrible wake up. Did like no damage to his head. It's because of his, must be because of his hit zone values on his head. I wounded it. Shock trap. Parts broken. Nice. Ouch. This is where Alana dies right now. And then we have to restart. Slinger bomb. We'll grab this. Oh, that barely reached. That was amazing. I thought that this was the last late night stream, not early, or I thought this was the late night stream, not the early morning stream. It is early morning now, isn't it? Because I'm up so late. Come on, just fall out of the sky. Don't be this way. How is your head no longer wounded? Oh, his head takes good damage now, that's for sure. Bitch. Little bitch. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it now, little bitch? Ah, the tail got cut. So much for my big bang. Rip. Alright, he's gotta be so capturable right now. Get that good silver Rathalos tail. How long you streaming for? Forever! Yay! Track the monster. What? Gameconomist? Oh, I already read that one. Did you know that the cat in your room will give you quests to unlock special rare charms? I did know that. Thank you for sharing. Ooh, we actually got a mantle. What do we get here? Research Commission Ticket Plus. Yikes. So now we know how to obtain one of those. Something tells me I'm not going to like obtaining those. How hard is Silver Rathalos? Well, very hard. Scooby-Doo-Doo-Be-Doo-Be-Doo-Doo. Scooby-Doo-Doo-Be-Doo. Let's see what's going on in the server. Meme review. Oh, is it light enough? I don't think it's light enough. Alright. Alright. What was that last optional quest? Check armor and event weapon at Smithy. Sounds good. But let's see this real fast. Didn't one hide... Oh, I see. But we're done with that one. Zenogre and Garuga. Scooby-Doo, dooby-dooby-doop, doo, dooby-doo, dooby-doo. Forge equipment. Let's go to armor. Guild work. What? That's all I ever wanted. I just wanted guild work. Somebody. Ooh, look at that. Now I can be the huntsman. Ooh. Ooh. Botanist. Hell yeah. Cliffhanger. You know it. Geologist. Forager's luck. How do they do it? They know exactly what I want. Good chance of increased quest rewards. Lets you carve one additional time. What does that even mean? Quest rewards, I guess. Lets you carve one additional time. So, I guess Guildworks is like the farming setup or something. I feel like we had this in the base game and no one used it. It's because you gave up so much just to have this set. It just, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it'll work with like a long shelling setup, you know what I mean? Might not be bad. Alright. So, how about that Silver Soul? What can we make now? We can make the helmet. Windproof fire attack. Seems like this armor set's uniquely good for fire attack if you're going to be building that. Oh, dang, man. Not the best armor setup, to be honest. Slinger capacity 3, huh? So the coil and the chest are okay. Slinger capacity, though. I mean, it's not a bad legs, really. That's not bad. Not good either, though. The last question, the question I have is helmet versus arms. They're both equally kind of bad, but slinger capacity boost is decent. I don't really know what you have for arm slot options versus helmet slot options, but you can safely build the chest, the coil, and the legs right now, I presume. What about gold loon, huh? I'm ready to build this right here. Guiding Wasteland Crystal and Guiding Wasteland Dragonbone. I should probably start building that. Why is there like only 2 good elders that are enjoyable to fight? I want to install the game against Luna Kieran's annoying and Cush's Cush. I want to install the game. Oh, weapons. Anything interesting for the weapons? Probably not. Hi, kitty. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so we get to see the workshop weapon tree. Where was that unlocked previously in the arena? Maybe it was unlocked previously in the arena. Alright, very good. Well, if there's no more optional quests for me to pursue at the time, it might be time for me to go to bed. It's almost 3 a.m. in the morning. That's pretty late. Gotta sleep and play some more tomorrow morning, right? Let's talk to this guy real fast. I'm the reading books guy. Reading Rainbow. Oh, jeez, man. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. I accomplished what I was looking to accomplish. I revealed the Styx weapons. That was my goal. Alright, let's go ahead and give you guys the wave. Oops. Okay, there's the wave. I'm going to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.